Hello everybody, welcome back to the Wilson Sports Network. Today Marisa and I will be interviewing the girls varsity soccer head coach. Welcome back, Coach Baia, for the third year.
Hi, so how are you?
I'm doing great, Marisa. How are you?
Pretty good. So how long have you been coaching girls soccer for?
I believe I started in 2012, so if I do the math, it's about 10, 11 years.
Wow. So you lost 4 seniors from last year's team. How big of a challenge was it to replace them on the field?
It was difficult. The seniors that we had last year were good leaders. As you would remember, Kaylin Ferry was our sweeper, which is kind of the quarterback of our defense. And Bella Lemke was our goalie, and she was a 4-year goalie and quite accomplished. Morgan McGinnis, was a great defender for us. So that was 3, real key players that we had to replace. Luckily, we have a pretty good talent pool. Kaylee's done a really nice job of filling in for Kaylin. Brooks continues to develop in goal, and our defense has been solid this year. So real happy.
That's good. Who would you say have been your toughest opponent this year?
Well, it seems like every year, the last 3 or 4 years, it's been Roy Hart. Which is kind of ironic because Roy Hart, 7, 8, 9 years ago was one of our easiest games. But they have a good coach who's come in and gotten them busy in the off season, and they're our biggest challenge each and every year. We were co-champs with them a couple years ago. We lost out to them last year by a game, and provided that we do what we're supposed to do today, we could be co-champs with them again this year.
Now, what's the team's record so far?
I believe we're 8-1 in the league. If we win today, we'd be 9-1, as I said, and co-champs with Roy Hart, and 10-4 overall. We had a pretty difficult non-league schedule, which was by design, and but overall, real happy with the record.
What's the makeup of this year's team like?
It's been great. The girls, I think, like each other. They like practicing with each other. They work hard together. They push each other. So all those things add up to what I would call a real cohesive team, and I'm real pleased with that so far this year.
Now, your key players, who are they?
It's hard to isolate, a few because we're kind of like a real team. We count on everybody, but our leading scorer right now is Addison Elia, who's a 7th grader. She has 16 goals. Marissa's sister, Maddie, is, I like to say, the fastest soccer player I've ever seen with the ball. And she has quite a few goals and quite a few assists. She's just impossible for other teams to match up with. Our midfield with Leah and Ryan Ferry. Ryan Ferry's a workhorse. She does things defensively, offensively, and is a real critical piece to us. Our midfield gets rounded out by Peyton McGinnis and Lily Avery, who are key players. And then this young lady next to me, Marisa, is a real tough defender. A lot of contact. And then Maddie Miller's had a super year. Kaylee Alcorn, as I mentioned earlier, has filled in. And Rowan Simpson, a freshman, has filled in very nicely at right defender. And then we have some girls that can go in and help out when we need to. And that, as I said before, Brooke Urban's doing a really nice job of goal.
Now, what seems to be the team's strengths?
Our ability to score goals has certainly been something that's been very good. Obviously, a pleasant surprise having a 7th grader score so many goals. So scoring goals has been great, but we've also done a really good job of defending. So, when you have both of those things working, it makes you, a difficult team to play against, which I think we are.
Now, what's your outlook for the rest of the season like?
Well, like I said, today we have a big game in Akron. If we win that, we're co-champs. And then from there, we have a scrimmage tomorrow, a non-league game next week, and then we start sectionals. And last year we lost a heartbreaker to Frewsburg, 1-0, and in a game that could have gone either way. And it seems like, if everything plays out the way it should, that we could be headed for another rematch with Frewsburg.
Now, your curveball question is...
Uh-oh. I promise I didn't read it.
You're in the sectional finals, and it's the final game. You have a penalty kick, but it has to be either Mr. Stack, Mr. Nevins, or Mrs. Kingston. Who do you choose?
Oh, that's simple. I mean, you've probably seen Mr. Nevins' athleticism.
Oh, yeah.
And Mr. Stack, I knew Mr. Stack in high school, no athlete. Mrs. Kingston was she was a stud athlete in high school, so I would certainly pick her.
Well, thank you, Mr. Baia, for coming out
Thank
and
you.
doing the interview with us.
Thank you.